And welcome back, everyone. I apologize for rudely interrupting that lovely duct tape, but we have a series for you. We have an ace match at that, because spawning in the top left-hand corner of Dragon Scales, we have the South Korean Terran player representing Shopify Rebellion. It is ByuN. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Chinese Terran player, currently teamless. It is KungFu. Let's go, Poppy. Let's go. I am as surprised as you are. I know I was hyping up KungFu. I was talking about how he's been on fire recently, how he took down Wayne, he 2-0'd Spirit, he came second place in ESL Masters Asia, second only to Oliveira. KungFu has been insane. He's just caffeinated like crazy. He is the Duracell bunny. In more ways than one. But yeah, for him to go to the ace match against ByuN is a very impressive feat. And we'll see if he can go even further, because tonight has been the night of upsets, as people have been mentioning in the chat, for Hero to go down to Showtime, for Max Packs to go down to Cyan, for Cyan to take a game off of Dark, for KungFu to take a game off of ByuN. It's already been an insane... For Jim to take a game off of Cyril. I almost forgot. Jaime. He did it. It's crazy. There's been so much. For Lambo to forfeit. Another upset. I mean, so much has been going on, and yeah, I'm telling you, mate. I'm telling you. The KungFu Cup, it just does something crazy to these players. The allure is just far too great. The prize is far too tempting, and it just brings out the best out of all of these underdogs. And we'll see if the caffeinated KungFu himself can go the distance, as we do see a double gas opener here from our Chinese Terran player. ByuN going for a Rax expand, so an economic setup from ByuN. He delays his second gas to do this, and as a result delays his future tech as well. Meanwhile, KungFu is going to be the aggressor. He rocks up with his first Reaper, does delay that factory, does get a kill on one of these SCVs already, as KungFu is looking to get a little bit more damage behind this. There we go. We have continued Reaper and Hellion production. From here, we're going to be looking to overwhelm the natural base, and ByuN is stuck at home. ByuN skipped his SCV scout. He is obviously not moving out with his first Reaper because it is so risky to do so. Likewise, KungFu is crazy for being aggressive with his first Reaper as well, just because he didn't know if he was up against a a 2 Rax opener or even a reacted Reaper opener. So KungFu, playing with fire, gets away with it. He does come out a little bit ahead as a result, and now he's going to be looking to threaten that natural, as we do have the Reapers and Hellions zooming across the map. So what are we going to have to work with? We're going to have KungFu with 3 Reapers and 2 Hellions, 5 units in total, going to be going up against what ByuN has. Now, ByuN is about to borrow that Widow Mine. Depending on what that Widow Mine connects with, this could make or break the defense. Speaking of the mine, it will borrow, it will go off on the Hellion. Unfortunately, no drag on the army of ByuN, but here we go. KungFu just going to be dancing along with it, and he is going to be forced back, pushing up a ramp into a concave, especially with that mine going off. KungFu doesn't find any success here, so alas, despite the aggressive plays from KungFu, he just wasn't able to do too much with it, and now ByuN can go for a counterattack. Boy, the drop is zooming across the map. We've got 4 Marines, a Reaper, and a Hellion. Not the most threatening drop, but a drop nonetheless. And this early on, what do we have at home to defend? Not that much either. We've got 2 Marines and a tank, and soon to be a medevac as well. So ByuN is looking for some counter damage. He knows he has the freedom to do so, and he's going to be able to pick off some of these Marines, SCVs even, with the Marines. There we go. 3 SCVs go down, and every SCV counts here. We can see KungFu falling further and further behind in the economy, especially in a mirror matchup. That can be all the difference that you need. KungFu trying to be a little bit cheeky here. He does elevator his Cyclone over. He's going to be able to get a lock on. Oh no, never mind. is barely out of range and won't be able to punish that drop. Back at home, ByuN is getting into the swing of things, commencing marine production. He's got his tanks on the way, ravens as well. Pretty standard setup overall, but ByuN has a large worker lead because of the economic damage, because he went for a more economic opener as well. So ByuN, he got the best of both worlds, and the pressure is on KongFu to do damage. ByuN does have a spotter Widowmine in the center of the map, but it looks like he won't get eyes on the drop. But he's getting ready anyway. Got a Cyclone in his main, Raven Marine here in between his bases. He is ready for anything. We do see KongFu jumping into the main base, but alas, won't be able to siege up. We'll be able to siege up on the low ground at least and take down a depot. It's some damage. Ooh. He's got to be careful though. Oh, we get the disable. Oh my god, you love to see it with that. We cannot pick up the tank, and the tank will go down. Clutch moves out of ByuN. The setup was beautiful. Sieging up in range, disabling that medevac. Getting a tank this early on is massive. And once again, KongFu is forced to back off. I mean, man, he's up against the one-man army. What can he do? As ByuN has just been able to trade so much more efficiently so far. And we'll see if he can keep it up. Another drop being sent out on the right-hand side of the map. Just going to hug the edge of the map until it does eventually reach that base. KongFu does have a Cyclone patrolling, but it's a lot of room to patrol, so we'll see if he's able to catch that drop in time. Meanwhile, KongFu once again is focusing on his push because he has to. The pressure is on KongFu to do damage. He's been perpetually behind in the economy. He's behind in the army. Behind in the overall tank count as well. Reaper is going to slip into the main base. Get an eye on the production. Full scout of the main, actually. Not bad. And it's going to be able to do a little bit of economic damage as well. Just trying to pull away the attention of ByuN. Meanwhile, ByuN, his focus is on that drop. Looks like he tried to dip in, but he did take a little bit of damage on that medevac. Goes for a scan as well, just trying to figure out what exactly he is up against. Likewise, KongFu's army, I imagine, is designed to threaten the third base, or at least threaten a move out. We'll see what he does manage to get as we see a scan directly on the army. ByuN knows. Yo, and ByuN has a massive Viking lead right now. He has the air superiority. ByuN is down in Ravens, but that may not matter, as the Vikings can just bully KongFu back. Meanwhile, oh no! That one drop is finding so much damage. 9 SCVs go down. It looks like the drop is going to get cleaned up just barely. That's well worth 9 SCVs. At the same time, we have a counter drop as well, getting a handful of SCVs, 4 in total, but nowhere near as much damage. The pressure is still on KongFu. The pressure is still on our Chinese Terran player. Needs to somehow pull this off. We'll see if he can. As he unsieges, he's going to be rotating around the left-hand side of the map. We already have a sensor tower set up. There is potential for a drop to go into the main, but I'm sure ByuN is going to be quick to, rotate his Vikings over in that position if he needs to. Does go for a scan. He is expecting a drop, so he's just preparing for it, even throwing down a spotter depot. Meanwhile, looking at the units tab here, KongFu is still trying to flex his army. He still has that Raven lead, and he can maybe try and make use of it. It can be the world of difference as he rotates over towards the right-hand side of the map. It looks like he has been spotted by the Cyclone. ByuN knows, as ByuN does reposition. There we go. The disables are thrown down on the Ravens of KongFu. Is he able to take down the depot at least? And then we'll immediately back off. KongFu doesn't want to risk it. Even though KongFu is down in supply, like, he can still take a fight. Depending on who sieges first, as once again the disables are thrown down. Auto turrets as well for KongFu. Is it going to be enough to hold on? It looks like it will not. ByuN overwhelms. He shuts everything down. GG gets called. And ByuN takes the series 2-1. Do I know the button? Oh, I have to wait. GG, well played. Congratulations to ByuN for taking the series. Unfortunately, we missed out on game 1 and game 2, but here in game 3, ByuN was just so prepared for the aggression of KungFu. He just shut it down at every turn, and ByuN himself was able to flex his own multitasking and his own micro with his own drop play, doing so much damage, crippling the economy of KungFu. When I say crippling, I mean, sure, he only killed like 9 or so SCVs, but like that just is so much in a mirror matchup. It is almost unacceptable damage and so difficult to recover from that. We saw KungFu trying to go for all this drop play, trying to outposition his opponent, but at every turn, ByuN, his control and his positioning was on par, if not better than KungFu's. So GG, very well played there by ByuN as he advances on forward, and he is here to face off against Dark. Let's go, Poppy, let's go.